the left is unhinged. And of course, they had this congressional election in Georgia, and they got beat quite easily, 5 points, 4 points. That's a pretty comfortable margin. But I want to talk about what's going on with them. We'll get to Nancy Pelosi and whether or not she's going to remain in leadership in a second. The Congressional Black Caucus, and this should be a huge, huge story. Trump, there was a lot of talk with some members. Were they invited? Did Trump invite them? Was there a formal invitation? Oh, we never got a formal. Well, now they've been invited, and now the Congressional Black Caucus says, we're not coming. Yeah. What is that?
It's outrageous, and I'm glad you're talking about this, Steve. First of all, they did meet with President Trump earlier this year. They were re-invited to come back again to have a discussion, and they've declined. They just said, we're not going to do it. And it's really outrageous when you think about the neighborhoods, the communities that these representatives represent. Los Angeles, Baltimore, Chicago, my goodness, these cities are on fire. High unemployment, crime, poor schools. You would think they would come to the table for their constituents. But this is all political because they want to keep black voters angry and mad and to continue the false narrative, the lies really, that conservatives or Republicans are racist and they don't like you and blame everyone else but the failed policies that are happening in these communities. And it's all their fault.
And Tom, the fact of the matter is when Donald Trump talked about these communities during the campaign, I mean, he spoke sympathetically. He said something has to change when it comes to education. Kids should be able to walk down the streets and not fear for their lives. Crime was out of control. And the media and many members of the black community took offense to that. I don't get that.
Well, as Deneen said, it's all about politics, and the Democrats are desperate. The last thing they need is the loyal black vote to abandon the Democratic Party. And what they do know is if Trump got into the inner cities, lowered taxes, created jobs, he has the program with the trades to get people who don't go to college to become plumbers, electricians, vocational. Yeah. That would just boost employment in the urban city, but it would decimate the core voter. So this is all politics, and I hope that people really wake up to why this is happening. Because within the black community, there's always that echo chamber. Yeah. The black media always repeats a number of lies. Deneen's talking about this before. So this is one of the issues. We need to break that barrier. It's not about the people, it's about politics.
Yeah, Deneen, because a lot of people were saying, and I know you were one of them, that during the campaign, that if Donald Trump, and when he took office, if Donald Trump succeeded in delivering what he promised for the minority communities, the inner cities, there would go the Democratic Party, right? I mean, they're destroying themselves, but there would go that guaranteed vote, 90% or more, right out the window.
No, you're right. And the results would be better schools, better neighborhoods, less crime.
The horror.
And again, you would think they would be on board for that. But again, it is political, and they're going to lose that voting block when these policies are positive and effective, and they'll have to find another job.
They can't do that.
No.